Got ourselves team 1 together with my boy. Come back in. I love this set. I really like the OG set. I like this version too with the tabard and everything. Dude, they keep giving Death Knight skulls, but this is one of them. Oh, you actually mixed it with the pants and everything and legs or gloves. Maybe it was gloves. But like, I like to mix it a little. But they gave Death Knights, what I was gonna say, skulls for tiers. Like, it's only skulls as the tier sets. But some of them look really, really good. And this one gotta be my favorite. We got us a DJ in here as well as a survival. That's a very, I guess, unusual set. Chicago's in here too. The boy. We got ourselves Spell Seal as well. And EFC as well. It looks great, man. The training post sets look awesome. Which one is going to be first up? Is it going to be Chicago? It looks like they're sending out Malaguar over on the team 2. We got ourselves Terraburrows on this team. Ah, that's a good looking set. I was just talking to you too. The whole Knight in Shining Armor set I feel like is super underappreciated, but it looks great. We got Madara, we got a Love, we got ourselves Cinderella with Chicago first up versus Malaguar. Malaguar? I'm gonna mess up your name. Mel. We gotta go with Mel. I feel like that's gonna be a bit easier. And Chicago playing the enhancement, just trying to go for a bit more mobile. Wait, what is your weapons? Mugs? Actually, just mugs? It's gonna be mugging the Demon Hunter here. Big Elibas, I think actually ate it up. Your whole mug is literally Pandaria set. I haven't seen anybody use that like as an actual mug in such a long while. Usually it's everything but the helm. As he's trying to see if he can back up out of there. Mel trying to see if he can swing around the corner. He's got mobility, sorta, kinda. Route to follow as it's gonna be a trade with the Sigil of Misery, but he actually is playing around the Dispel. He's got the Immolation Aura thing where he can dispel, but with the Flame Shock, you just gotta prep yourself to knock yourself up in the air. Honestly, might not be the best ability because the damage it does actually quite a bit though. It's volcanic damage. Big lasso as the immunity comes out from Mel, just trying to see if he can bounce out of there. If you press another one of those, oh, Eliblas, hold on. Oh, you're just, oh no. How are you alive? Blur is just over. This is why you don't want to dispel yourself. That Flame Shock dispel. They made it almost just as dangerous as it was to dispel your way. So far out from Madara, trying to see if he can have himself a go. Chicago does end up shrinking out of the succubus as a Dark Glare comes down. That's going to be quite a bit of damage. It's going to eliminate that thing immediately. There's going to be double gate, soul ripped out of Chicago. Cannot heal, cannot do nearly as much damage without their soul with an Infernal right by their side with a succubus ready to crowd control. And Chicago under quite a bit of pressure as Madara backing up out of there. That's just a lot of passive damage to the Warlock. Does not want to deal with big damage out of Chicago, at least setting up for a big Maelstrom. Lightning bolts around the corner, just got the range damage, doesn't even need to get up in melee. As long as he can swing around the corner and get yourself a cast off like a lasso, he might just have it. Eliblas, big kill from Madara, backing up out of there as soon as possible. And Chicago absolutely just trying to see if he can stomp all over the Warlock. Sunder for a second, Succubus dying. You need to get the pet up and running as soon as possible. Locking yourself out on Chaos Ball. It's just over. It's just done. With a wall last second, not much you can really do from there. My goodness, with Terraburrows gonna be up next. I like the mount and like the Knight combo. It's almost like a Dark Soulsian, isn't it? Or Bloodborne like? I want to say with a skull in a what is it, cage? Yeah, it's more like Bloodborne-esque, I want to say. It looks, I like it. I like it a ton. Even the tabard is like a perfect Knight Crusader type of mog. I think it looks so good. Let's go Chill Pills, dude. At some point, Chill Pills will actually get a chance to play. First, Chicago. Chill Pills like, you know what? I finally get a chance to play. And Chicago just taking over the spotlight the entire time. Terraburrows also playing the Judgment that dispels you. This could be huge for Chicago. Hold on a second, like the last immediate trinket with a Judgment, just continuing to knock himself up in the air. If he goes up in the air and Chicago knocks you backwards, you gotta go distance. You gotta go flying for a second. Good thing you got them wings, knock up in the air yet again. As it's actually getting low, every single one of the spells hurts quite a bit. Double fire elemental or fire feral spirit too, that empowers all fire damage you do. And you're just dispelling yourself doing volcanic or actually flame strike damage to yourself. I think it's fire and physical damage, technically, just to make it so it's as strong as it can be. Terraburrows locked down completely, knocked away, and just tossed to the side of Chicago, taking care of yet another one. The man literally just died to Flame Shock dispels for the most part, with Cinderella gonna be up next. Chicago, with a quick route, is gonna have to deal with the movement of an Evoker, making it really hard for him to play. Is War Within gonna be, hold on, will War Within be worse than Dragonflight? I don't really know, it's too early to tell. But as long as they don't make the game faster than it was in Shadowlands, I don't think so. I feel like, I feel like if they can give us a perfect 1v1 mode and kind of balance 1v1s and more within, I'd be very, very happy. I think that'll be the best. You know what? Look, Mail, maybe while the beta comes out, we'll probably go into some 5-5 1v1 duels. When that is in, gonna be a quick interrupt on Cinderella on the blue, locking him on the big damage, got himself big shatter, looking for more disintegrates while wall is active, got himself hover to move, looking for a bit of recovery. Chicago also kinda low too, wants to see if they can close in, maybe end the duel right now. Gonna be a maybe sleepwalk out to Cinderella with an immunity as they get locked out completely. Still wants to go for a sleep with Chicago if at all possible. Locked in place, can go for disintegrates. No kicks, but still lots of damage out of the Shaman with a Frost Shock amped up to the nth degree. Just wants to see if he can take that attention from one to the next. Wait. He just walked out to just see back at him. I was thinking for a second he's just going to walk in and just take the momentum, but no. Think you're gonna be Giga Chad War within? Yeah, honestly, I feel like once I see Death Knights summoning more grade, White Bane, Nazgrim, who is the Troll Bane, the homies are in, I feel like you're just gonna get ran over as he's literally charging at you with a horse, man. I don't know, Affliction Warlocks too with a Wither should also be really good in War within, man. We'll see. I guess the question, why is your weapon in your... Why is there a weapon in your mount? Hold on, why is this your... Why? Why is... Wait, is the other hand also holding the weapon? What does it do to the mount? Why does it have weapons? It already has big metallic claws that are literally electrified. It doesn't need swords poking out of it. That's so awkward. This is going to be knocked back into a love to LOS you. I'm going to have to figure... I mean, it's WAP, it's Tank, it's the boy. Just at the end of the ult. It looks so good still. Love trying to see if we can back up out of there though, as Chicago's zapping away. It's going to be quick fear onto all these pets. Got himself a Frosty and a Lightning Feral Spirit, which is going to amplify both of those elements. Big trinket out of Love. Backing up out of there is going to be yet another knock as more Feral Spirits are closing the gap, but do dissipate stun onto Chicago. It is very, very, very short. Got himself a Ravager too. I don't see a lot of Ravager play, but it does give you quite a bit extra rage, and it's just the passive damage from it. You can just throw it down, forget about it. It does decent damage. Big LA Blast out of Chicago. Love trying to see if he can back up out of there, trying to go for a bit of healing, but knows when to close in, knows when to back away, and feels like he needs to close in and engage right now. He's got himself a bit of damage, just double Raptors upon him, or rather, Feral Spirit. I'm so used to having Raptors, but the fact that you went back to Wolves, I guess it's like you just remove the glyph, right? Is that how you do it? Big LMS setup potentially. Oh, knockback doesn't go far. This is where Love needs someone right here, but Zap's coming out of Chicago. Just nothing to do. Big LMS barely survives lasso. It's over. Oh, with an elemental blast is... That's just so much damage. Just gotta turn around. Wait, didn't they buff up Shaman? They're not even buffed yet. Hold on, the 10% buff is coming out like in a couple of days. This is the pre-buff. They're buffing this. They're making this like 10% hit 10% harder, or at least like what, 3% harder in single target, 10% harder in AoE. Shamans, man. I feel like we haven't seen Chicago in a while, and he just like get back into it, back of the horse. Let's get another one going. That whole team didn't even get a chance to play.